Hey guys, CityScapes here, and welcome back to Verville episode 40. Today we are not gonna build something completely new, we are more like maintaining the map a little bit. And the reason for that is that I changed the map theme, color settings and my tree portfolio. And especially since I downloaded those pine trees, I think they are, from Grey Flame, I really wanted to do the greenery on the whole map in a proper fashion. I spent a lot of time creating my own forest brushes, but I will talk about them in just a second. I'm especially pleased with the new cliff texture, which is from the Labiante theme 2.0 from Arnold Rimmer. And man, it looks incredible. Really, if you are listening to this, Arnold, you did a fantastic job with that. I'm just sad I didn't discover it sooner, but yeah, better late than never. And this really motivated me to put the kind of final touches on the hills surrounding Verville. And yeah, you will see the end result. It looks so much better once again. I dug up some very old cinematic shots where you can see how it looked before. And yeah, in my opinion, the difference is massive. It really adds a lot to the realism to this whole project. Now, for today's episode, there were 3 important methods I was using. And yeah, let me show these to you quickly. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to show you is this mod here, the forest brush. If you don't know this mod, it allows you to create forests very quickly and realistically if you set it up correctly. This one here is to make the edge of the forest, uses lower trees because you don't really want to start off with really high trees. Then I got this here, which is a dense brush, but when you create a whole forest with these trees, it's gonna be pretty heavy on your computer. And then I also have the low-res version, which I use for forests that are very far away, and we just need the effect of a forest there. And as you can see, when you have the forest a bit further in the back, it still looks really good. And they are pretty light on your performance, so at least I hope that's the right way to do it. Then I also have this version here, which is also high resolution, but a little bit less dense, because you can see much more of the tree's stem here. And for the lower parts of the map, I created this mixed forest brush, which looks like this. And I picked these tree assets very carefully. I googled what trees are most common in what region of Switzerland, and yeah, I picked the tree assets according to that. And I think it looks very similar to a Swiss forest. The second method I was using involves terrain conforming networks. If you are an old-time viewer of my channel, you already know that I use roads and networks to build mountains. I showed this back in an episode where I did another overhaul of the map. And this method here is just a slight improvement over that road method. I basically just use an invisible road. But together with the node controller mod, you can create really nice looking feet of mountain, because like I'm going to show you later on, you will see that in the lower part mountains are less steep, and then the steepness increases until the peak. And I'm going to show you how I did the foot of a mountain here. As you can see, this is node controller, and then I stretched this segment a bit like that, and also on the other side, because I want to use as few networks as possible. And then, oh shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, second try here. And then I used the embankment and just twisted the network a bit. Thanks to a new ruined texture I am using right now, I can make the hill pretty steep without the cliff showing up. As you can see now, it's at 15 degrees and it's slowly showing, but here at 10 degrees it's already gone again. But for me, it was really crucial that I could make a pretty steep hill without the cliff from showing up to create some mountainous farmlands. As a next step, you could just grab the network and copy it over here, like that. And then you can make the steepness a bit higher, because we are already higher up in the mountain, for instance, like so. And yeah, that's basically my technique, how I terraform my map. Obviously, you could also use the terraforming network in a straight way, just like this. Let's make it with one middle node, and yeah, just do it like so. But you would need a lot more networks, because they are not that wide, so this is a more efficient way to do it, at least in my opinion. And then last but not least, how I create mountain peaks, and for that I just use Grey Flame's rocks. She made those rocks in a lot of different variations. You just need to choose one rock that is similar to the cliff color you are using, and if you can't match it perfectly, just turn them. You have to turn them into PO anyways, because we're gonna change the size of them. But then you can also adjust the color a little bit to really match your cliff texture. And then just terraform the mountain as you want it to be. And on the top of the mountains you can use these rocks and yeah, just and twist them so they look realistic as a mountain peak. You always have to increase the size by a lot, and yeah, the texture looks pretty bad, but from far away this is not really noticeable. And maybe also a quick tip, you should probably increase the render distance to maximum so they don't disappear when you zoom out. Okay, I hope this explanation wasn't too technical and not too long, because I really don't want to bore people that are just here for the satisfying time-lapse and cinematic clips. But yeah, you will see me using this technique throughout this whole time-lapse footage here. I think the rest of the video is pretty self-explanatory. Maybe just another thing, where I placed what kind of trees. So in the lower parts surroundings of Verville, I used the mixed forest I was showing you before, and from Art Goldau on, that whole area, I imagined that to be already a bit higher up in the mountains. So there we're gonna use way more spruces from Grey Flame. And I usually I painted the forest more in clusters rather than just covering the whole map up in forest. It looks better, it seems more realistic, and it's lighter on your computer. My guideline for where creating forests were that I always covered the ruined texture or the edge of the ruined textures with the edge forest brush, and then increase density slightly. So everywhere where ruined texture is showing up, I just covered it with forest. But guys, that's been it for now. I'm gonna leave you with the rest of the time-lapse footage, and I will talk back to you in the end of the video. Hope you enjoy! Alright guys, it's me again. Just wanted to thank every one of you very much for watching today's episode from Verville. I know it wasn't too interesting of an episode, it was more like a filler episode, but I guess it's better to have a video than none. And it's still a pretty important piece for this whole project here, to have really nice surroundings that resemble Switzerland as closely as possible. To be honest, it's still just a very small portion of the map finalized in terraforming, but we will get there step by step. It's a big map, but at least in the surroundings of Verville itself, it looks really good already, so I'm quite happy with that. And thanks to the modder and asset creator Chameleon, we will hopefully be able to build in Verville for much longer to come, because he was so kind and helped very much with cleaning up my mod list. So I updated all the older ones and got rid of some of them. So the save game should be future-proof, hopefully, fingers crossed. And yeah, I obviously also want to say thank you to my 4 patrons, Jason, James, Han and Connor. Thank you very much, your financial support is highly appreciated. If you liked today's episode and aren't subscribed already, yeah, consider subscribing. I try to get to 2,000 subscribers this year, and yeah, that would be really great. So every like and comment is highly appreciated, and obviously also a subscription. If you can't get enough of Verville, maybe you should follow me on Instagram. I post screenshots over there. If you just want to chat a little bit or see some sneak peeks or whatnot, definitely join my Discord server. I'm most active over there. Yeah, I think you know the drill by now. Again, thank you very much for watching, and now enjoy the super crispy, satisfying cinematic shots.